Good evening, Goa. I would like to address all my brothers and sisters and my followers on Facebook. Today, it's not a very good topic which I'm going to be speaking about. It is in regard to how we Goans have lost our respect, lost our credibility. We have lost the fear of God in us. My brothers and sisters, I am sure you are all aware that we had started a group called Dadleancho Ekvott in protection of innocent men and boy child, which was the first group in India, I guess, in protection of innocent men and boy child who are victimized. And the reason why we had done this is because we had come across many incidents of women using the law to protect innocent women in the wrong way, for their own gain, for their own benefits, lying with false complaints, for reasons of extortion, for reasons of harassment and material. My brothers and sisters, today was a very sad day for me. When a gentleman came here with his son, who has just returned from the Middle East, who has been working very hard for about, according to him, almost 8 years to give a better life for his family. And on coming back, he realized that he had absolutely nothing left, because his wife was having a relationship with another person. Moreover, the most hurting part of it is that a video was sent to this gentleman in the Middle East. A video without showing the faces of the two involved in the sexual act, and it was sent to to this man who came over here. It was something that I could never imagine in my entire life of social work that I have been doing for the past 20 years, 15 odd years. That such a heartless act of a woman sending a video of her in an intimate sexual relationship with another human being, with another man. This was totally inhuman, shocking. And today, I feel that we are blessed that God has given us this presence of mind to have a group called Dadleancho Ekvott, where many people do not really take us seriously. But for people that it matters to, for people that has got the help that is required, the support on false complaints, false allegations of rape and molestation and sexual harassment and dowry and all sorts of things, and assault on women. I'm sure it happens. I'm sure it happens. I am not saying that it doesn't happen in our country, okay, or even in Goa. I'm sure it happens, and that is the reason why the government has come up with these laws to protect the women. But then what about protecting the innocent men? All men are not rapists. All men are not people that batter their wives up, or torture their wives, or do such things, But over here, on the other hand, I have come across more than, I think, in this 1 year, I've come up with more than, I think, 150 cases of men coming back and being victims of all their savings. Their dreams have been shattered. Why? Their only fault was to leave their families behind, their wives behind, with trust, going to a foreign country to give them a better life. And what happens? the unthinkable. Dadleancho Ekvott is for all those men who feel that they are victimized, who feel that the law is not favoring us. We will make sure that at least we are heard. And if we only come together, my brothers and sisters, and make this awareness that it is not only the women who are victimized and abused, but it is the innocent men and boy child too who are victimized. What do we do? If we are victims of a woman who is as cruel, as bad and as sick men, that has given the reason for the government to come up with such strict laws against men. But my question here to our Prime Minister, Shri Modi ji, to our lawmakers, to our Chief Minister of Goa, Shri Manohar Parrikar, that when are we going to get some protection? The innocent men in our state of Goa, innocent men in our country, who are victims of cruelty of women, that have been using this law to protect innocent women, using it as an ammunition, as an arm to extort money, to blackmail innocent men, and for nothing else. So I think that we have to make sure that the law is equal for both and should not be gender based. I think it is very unfair that a law is made in the country, okay, which is gender based, favoring the women more than the men. And unfortunately that it has backfired. Just like everything else has backfired where this government is concerned, the BJP government. Okay, everything is backfired. From the GST, from the demonetization, to everything that you can look at. It has backfired. It has failed when it comes to this government. And now our law and order has also collapsed. We are frustrated to see how our politicians are using their powers for their self-gain, for themselves, and targeting the innocent people in their states and in this country. My pledge to the lawmakers, to the Prime Minister, is to please change the laws, amend the laws, and a law which should be equal for both men and women and should not be gender based. Men are also being harassed and victimized. Who do we go to? Who do we go to, sir? When we go to a police station and we go and make a complaint of harassment, of sexual harassment by a woman, we are just laughed at. And we are told that we are lucky. Why? Don't men have likes and dislikes? So this is a very, very unfair and a very selfish way of looking at things, because there are a lot of innocent men and boy child who have been victimized, and all that has been done is that we have been ignored. It is time that we men in our country take up this as a challenge and fight for our rights, because we as men also have rights. All men are not sick. All men are not rapists. All men are not wife batterers. But let me tell you, in my 15 years in social work, my brothers and sisters, I am so sorry to say that I've seen the worst of the worst. But today, this incident has come to me as a shock, when a husband has been sent a video of his wife in an intimate relationship with another man, a sexual act. I can only imagine how heartless that woman is. And saying this, all the more, the law has to change, and it should not be based on gender. Thank you, and Jai Hind.